I want to now share with you a conversation I had with the Illinois Chamber of Commerce President and CEO Todd Maisch in response to President Joe Biden's COVID-19 vaccine mandates being issued by the Occupational Safety and Health Administration that oversees labor in this country. And they put out the rule for vaccine mandates. It includes a variety of other things, like if they don't prove they're vaccinated, they have to wear a mask and test weekly at no cost to the employer. But here is Todd Maisch with the Illinois Chamber of Commerce with some of his initial reactions. Again, I had this conversation with him yesterday. I share that with you now.
I think that the mandate is very problematic for a lot of reasons. The biggest overarching problem is that it's a one-size-fits-all standard that is coming down from Washington, and it doesn't take into account that there are very different kinds of workplaces.
You also have to consider all of the different types of remote work options that are available. Are people who are remote going to have to? Again, I haven't poured through all these issues within the rule. Obviously, it's something that a lot of employers are having to deal with. But yesterday, Maisch told me that one thing to consider are the fines. And we've heard reported $14,000 penalties for employers that don't comply with this. But Maisch indicating it's actually going to be a lot more steep than that.
Yeah, well, the fines are substantial. One single violation is $36,000, which, if you're a mega company, may not be that big. But if you've got 120 employees, $36,000 is a lot. If there's a willful violation in which businesses said, hey, we don't really agree with this, and they're going to have to come out with a full rulemaking within 6 months, I would imagine that some employers would say, well, let's wait for the full rulemaking so we really understand what's going on. Well, if they get caught in that 6-month window, the potential fine could be $136,000. So the fines are very, very substantial. But the biggest thing is that you've got an awful lot of employees that, for a lot of reasons, have decided that they don't want to be vaccinated. So it's everyone from Aaron Rodgers to even some healthcare and hospital workers that are very reluctant to go ahead and get vaccinated. A lot of pregnant women have a problem. A lot of people say, I work in a workplace that has social distancing. So if social distancing matters, why do I have to get vaccinated? Then the last one is that there's a real concern among some people. Let's talk about the Chicago police officers who are afraid that this is the tip of the iceberg. If I've got to report what my health decision was on the vaccination issue, what comes next? Or when is government or my employer going to go ahead and ask me about other aspects of my health care decisions? So all those things are reasons that to make a lot of sense to the people who've chosen not to be vaccinated.
Todd, talk about the liability aspect here, and as far as if there are OSHA rules to prevent the spread of COVID by requiring vaccines or masks or testing. What does that mean for somebody down the road saying I got COVID and I allege that I got it from my employer?
Yeah, we're starting to see a trickle of some lawsuits coming from other states primarily. I still think that there is a potential for a gusher of lawsuits to come on down, especially if this mandate is in place. It allows someone to go ahead and charge that their employer didn't execute on the mandate as well as they should have, and consequently, they received COVID in the workplace because the employer didn't execute on the mandate as well as they should have. So there's that issue. There's also other issues that aren't necessarily liability, but think about it on unemployment insurance.
And he talks more about that. Again, just sharing some of the conversation I had with Todd Maisch, the Illinois Chamber of Commerce president and CEO, sharing that here with you on the WMAY morning news feed.